Very close race here. We saw a few minutes ago, 49% to 49%. Ted Cruz, Colin Allred.
That's
and
right.
It's as Dr. Chris said, there hasn't been a Democrat elected to a statewide office since the 90s. We should check back in with him and see if his thoughts have changed. What do you think? It's going to be tight there, Dr. Chris.
Yeah, and he, Dr. Chris was talking about that, not having that Democrat elected statewide since the 90s.
1994.
Yeah,
1994.
He's a wealth of information, by the way, folks. That's why I like this assignment on election night. But let's dig more here into Cruz, Allred, and of course we need to mention Ted Brown, the Libertarian candidate there.
Yep.
But we saw the numbers change quickly. Again, early numbers will tend to do that.
It just depends on what counties are reporting to the state Secretary of State. And they kind of report it. There's no set order. It's just whatever they've got their votes ready. And you can see on the screen, at this point it's very close, but with a small number, or less than 50% reporting, and you got 49 to 49. What's amazing to me about this, Mike, and we talked about this before, what's amazing to me about this is how unpopular Ted Cruz is. I mean, he's incredibly unpopular because he runs way behind the other Republicans running for statewide office.
And I was going to ask you that because I think that's a great point. Do you think the votes for Allred, some of them at least, had to be just votes against, I'm a Republican, but I don't like Ted Cruz? Yeah,
some of them are those kind of votes. There are other people there's still a few people like this. I used to know a lot of people like this. My parents were like this. There used to be a lot of people who were just kind of in the middle, and they would just cast their vote strategically, like, what do we need? What would be good for the state? And there's some people who just think it'd be good for our state to have one Republican senator and one Democratic senator, because that way, whoever's in power, whoever has the majority, whoever has the presidency, you've got a pathway to go talk to those people.
Yeah.
When you have two Republican senators and a Democratic president, or a Democratic House of Representatives, you maybe can't get as much done. So that's one of the things that's a drag on Cruz, because Cornyn is very popular, our other United States Senator who's a Republican as well. But the thing that just killed Cruz, I really think his presidential race backfired on him, because people saw his debate performances, people saw his sort of personality, his lack of charisma, and it just turned people off. And then the coup de grace was, the attempt to run off to Cancun when the freeze was about to. I mean, that's legendary. Right?
And Colin Allred certainly took advantage of that, a gift in his campaign advertising. Let me ask you about Allred here, though. What could he have done? I mean, this has been a close race throughout. What do you think, or is there anything he could have done to maybe distance himself from Cruz that he didn't do, or that you didn't see come out of his campaign?
I think the only thing that Allred could have done that might have helped him a little bit, and he still may win, but the thing that Allred could have done that would have helped him a little bit is he should have, I think, played up his connection to Baylor University more, the fact that he was a football player at Baylor, because the largest denomination among religious worshipers in Texas, probably second largest, is Baptist. Baptists are very politically active for the most part, and that might have helped him a little bit. The biggest problem that Colin Allred and all of these other candidates have is simply that they're Democrats in Texas, and that is the kiss of death. And the reason it's the kiss of death is because all you have to do is go look at the negative advertising that every Republican candidate this season has run. Every single one of them that I have seen mentions transgender or homosexuality or boys and girls bathrooms. That's it. That's the whole playbook, at least in Texas.
And you saw that same ad with different candidates inserted.
Essentially just the same thing over and over again. And as long as the Democratic Party is officially in a position, has taken official positions that subject them to that kind of an attack, in a place like Texas, you're just not going to go very far.
I think people don't realize, too, how long it has been since Nueces County has, we were talking about the presidential race earlier. I mean, how far back do you have to go to find Nueces County voting for a Democratic president?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite statistics because it's really intensely local, right? We're talking about our county, Nueces County. Well, Corpus Christi and Nueces County used to be Democratic strongholds. We had a Democratic state senator from Corpus Christi, Carlos Duran. We had a Democratic congressman from Corpus Christi, John Young in the old days, followed by Solomon Ortiz. And Solomon Ortiz Sr., Congressman Ortiz, and Senator Truan, they both had extremely efficient and well-oiled political machines, down to the level of blocks. I mean,
Yeah.
Senator Truan, he didn't just have precinct captains, he had block captains on every street. You had people competing to see who could be his block captain. So he would have to have like co-block captains or whatever. That level of organization is just completely gone.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. All right, we have talked enough for this segment. Why don't we send it back to Rudy and Leslie?